So now here, let's suppose your P and Q be propositions. Of course, join our one more. So you are चक्को lecture लावेस तू. Okay. Now, conditional statement is your simple definition. Let P and Q be propositions. The conditional statement P implies Q is called your implication or implies. Q is the proposition if P then Q. So the conditional statement is false when P is true and Q is false and true otherwise. So conditional statement is also called an implications. Okay, so here P is your hypothesis, Q is your conclusion. So for example, suppose if I am elected, then I will lower taxes. So P implies Q, implication. So क्या implication कसं असणार ते? If आपण घेतो तर मागच्या आठवतं का? Just a minute, सगळ्यांना join करतो आधी. Okay. So P is the hypothesis, Q is the conclusion. Suppose here, if I am elected, then I will lower taxes. So P implications Q, P implies Q. So your condition truth table is there. If I am elected, so I will pay lower taxes. So P value is what? True. Q is also true. So your answer is P implies Q true. Okay. If I am not elected, that is false. Lower taxes true. Again true. So not elected, not lower taxes, false, false, true. Elected not lower taxes, true and false. So first you write down this conditional statement, then I will move forward. लिहून घ्या आधी मग पुढे जाऊ. Okay. So if a politician is elected, then voter would expect the politician to lower taxes. If the politician is not elected, then voter will not have any expectation that this persons will lower taxes. Although the persons may have sufficient influence to cause those in power to lower taxes, it is only when the politician is elected but does not lower taxes. Now next. Now propositional logic. So for example, let P be the statement Maria learns discrete mathematics and Q the statements Maria will find a good job. So express the statement P implies Q as a statement in English. So here the solution is what? Solution? If Maria learns discrete mathematics, then she will find a good job. Or Maria will find a good job when she learns discrete mathematics. Or for Maria to get a good job, it is sufficient to her to learn discrete mathematics. Or otherwise, we can write Maria will find a good job unless she does not learn discrete mathematics. This is your conditional statements. So write down this example, propositional logic. Write down this example, P with the statement. Maria learns discrete mathematics and Q the statement. So Maria will find good job. Express the statement. You have P implies Q as statement in English. So we can write any of the following form. If Maria learns discrete mathematics, then she will find a good job. Or Maria will find a good job when she learns discrete mathematics. Write down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Proceed.
सबका हो गया? बाकी लोग? नो. चेतन, धनश्री, आशय, आशय, आरती पाटील, अपूर्व, अनुजय, अंजलि, अनिकेत, अमेय, आदित्य, गायत्री, अंपे, गायत्री, खोद, गिरीश, जुई, कोमल, नरेंद्र, पूजा, प्रबळ, प्रसाद, प्रियंका, रंजित, रोहिणी, साक्षी. झालं की सांगा रे बाबांना. नरेंद्र चौधरी.
येस सर.
लॅपटॉप पण मोबाईल पण आहे का?
हो फोन स्क्रीनशॉटसाठी.
हो का? मी लिहायचं काम नाही. लिहित जा रे, लिहित जा रे.
नाही सर.
हे स्क्रीनशॉट काही कामात पडत नाही. मला माहिती स्क्रीनशॉट काढता पोरं. ठीक आहे, माझं एक दिवस एक शनिवारी फक्त वया चेक करू सगळ्यांच्या. लहान मुलासारखं नोटबुक चेक करायचं. जाऊ द्या, तुम्हाला नाही पडलं तर मला काय. प्रबळ झालं बाळा?
हो सर, झालं.
Okay. Now next, propositional logics, other conditional statements. Yes, yes, लिख लो लिख लो. क्योंकि मुझे पता है टाइम लगता है लिखने के लिए. जो लोग लिखते हैं ईमानदारी से उनको टाइम लगता है, पर जो अपने हो गया कुछ लिखते नहीं होता. Now, propositional logic. So here are other conditional statements. So first statement is about your converse, contrapositive and inverse of this value. So first converse. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है? These are some related implications that can be formed from P implies Q. यहाँ पे देखो आपको P implies Q अगर दिया है, तो the proposition of P implies Q. क्या दिया converse P implies Q अगर दिया होगा, so then your Q implies P, that is the converse of P implies Q. And second statement, the contrapositive or P implies Q, contrapositive of P implies Q is the proposition of not Q implies not P. Not Q implies not P. ऑनलाइन में आपको ये क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे contrapositive कब आएगा? If your P implies Q, then not Q implies not P. Then and then this statement is what your contrapositive of P implies Q. And third statement, that is what your inverse of P implies Q. इसे क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? क्या read करते हैं? Not implies not Q, or
Negation.
negation of P implies negation of Q. Right? So write down these three statements. The contrapositive not Q implies not P. So upon implication P implies Q has the same truth value of P implies Q. Write down three conditional statement, that is first converse, then contrapositive and inverse of this value P implies Q.
Done, sir.
Done? हम contrapositive example देखते हैं. Contrapositive. Okay. अब यहाँ पे देखो. Find the contrapositive, the converse and the inverse of the conditional statement. अब ये statement है आपका the home team wins whenever it is raining. आपको screen दिख रहा है मेरी? Find
Yes,
the
sir.
contrapositive,
Sir.
converse and the inverse of the conditional statement. So my first example is what the home team wins whenever it is raining. So here because Q whenever P is one of the ways to express the conditional statement, P implies Q. So the original statement can be written as कैसे लिख सकते हैं हम लोग? If it is raining, then the home team wins. If it is raining, then the home team wins. So consequently, the contrapositive of this conditional statement, क्या होगा फिर contrapositive में? मैं बोलेगा contrapositive. अगर आपका क्या होता है? P implies Q is the proposition of not Q implies not P. It means what here? If the home team does not win, then it is not win. It is a contraposition, right? If the home team does not win, then it is raining. It means what here? Not Q, negation of Q implies negation of P, right?
Yes, sir.
Negation of P implies negation of Q. Then converse is if the home team wins, then it is raining. Not raining, then the home team does not win. So only the contrapositive is equivalent to the original statement. Only the contrapositive is equivalent to the original statement. क्या दिया आपने वो? If it is raining, then the home team wins. अब ये भी यहाँ पे वही दिया है. If the home team does not win, then it is not raining. ये सेम स्टेटमेंट कहाँ पे आएगा आपका? ओरिजिनल स्टेटमेंट से कंपेयर होगा. बाकी स्टेटमेंट क्या बता रहे? इफ द होम टीम विंस देन इट इज रेनिंग. इफ इट इज नॉट रेनिंग देन द होम टीम डज नॉट विंस. Okay, so down this example, Find the contrapositive, converse, and inverse of the conditional statement. See the contrapositive, converse, and the inverse of the conditional statement. मतलब क्या करना है आपको यहाँ पे, अगर आपका कॉन्वर्स है तो क्या होगा फिर P implies Q, the proposition of P implies Q, the proposition of Q implies P is called the converse of P implies Q, and the contrapositive means what your P implies Q is the proposition of not Q, or negation of Q implies negation of P. And the third statement is what your the proposition of not P or negation of P implies negation of Q is called the inverse of P implies Q. This is the example of this contrapositive, converse, and inverse of the conditional statement. It means what your contrapositive of this conditional statement is equivalent to your original statement. Clear?
Done, sir.
Wait. सबको लिख लेने दो. Wait. क्लिअर? सैरी झालं का?
अजून नाही सर.
अजून नाही झालं म्हणजे तू हाय लेक्चर मध्ये लिहिते. अरमान लिख रहे हो क्या?
यस सर.
गुड. अनिकेत खेडकर. जय मॅडम.
येस सर झालं.
संकेत पानवन.
सर लास्ट लाईन राहिली थांबा.
हा लिहितो ना, फक्त विचारतोय मी.
हो सर.
घाई नाही आपल्याला, लिहि आरामात.
झालं सर.
Next. क्या आगे इसको भी. Okay, now next. If let P and Q be propositions, the biconditional statements P by implication Q is a proposition P if and only if Q. The biconditional statement P by implication Q is true when P and Q have the same truth value and is false. Otherwise, biconditional statements are also called by implications. तो वास्तव में वाचा जाएगा P if and only Q. If and only Q can be expressed by if. P if Q has the same truth value, P implies Q. ये symbol कौन सा है? And Q implies P. For example, suppose let P be the statement you can take. Q be the statement you buy a ticket. So then P bidirectional, by implication Q is the statement you can take flight. You buy a ticket. If and only if you buy a ticket, right? So implication is what? If you buy a ticket, you can take the flight, or if you don't buy a ticket, you cannot take the flight. So truth table for this biconditional statement, biconditional logic is what? P by implication Q. So P and Q, if your P is true, Q is also true. So P, if Q is what? True. But if P is true, Q is false, it means what your biconditional statement if P if Q is false. Again same, false, true, again false, 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 then true. Both conditions, two implications are there. If you can buy a ticket, then you can take a flight. It means what your P and Q both are true, then you can by implication what your true. But if you don't buy a ticket, that is false. If you cannot take flight, that is also false. Again, this is true. Clear? This is your biconditional statement. It is also called as by implications. So we can write this if and only if can be expressed by if. I double F, if. Okay? So write down this 6-number definition. Biconditional statement. Then ह्या truth table साइडला काढून घ्या. The truth table for the biconditional P if Q. So P is true, Q is true, then P if Q is what? True. Again T F F false true, false, 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 true. Like this. So biconditional statement is what? P if Q is true when P and Q have the same true value and is false. Otherwise, biconditional statement are also called by implications. So write down this proposition logic by conditional statement.
Sir, completed.
Yes. Just me. Yeah, लिख लो लिखने को टाइम लगता है, I know that. तुमच्यातले आज कोणी नवीन कपडे घालून फिरणार असेल संध्याकाळी, त्यांनी सांभाळून फिरा. बैलपोळा आहे ना आज. प्रसाद झाला का बाळा?
सर 2 मिनिटं.
नाही, लिह लिह लिह. मी घाई नाही करत, विचारतो फक्त रे. रोहिणी मॅडम लिहिताय का?
हो सर.
सार्थक गाडगे 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 काय?
झालं सर.
हो हो. Now, next. Propositional logic. So truth table of this compound proposition. So now we can use connectives to build a complicated compound proposition involving any number of propositional variables. Then use truth table to determine the truth value of these compound propositions. For example, suppose construct the truth table of the compound propositions. Now here, P or not Q implies P and Q. P or not Q implies P and Q. So simple truth table of this P or not Q implies P and Q. So value is what your, if your P is true, Q is true, your not Q is what your false. है ना? Not Q का समझे false. But P or not Q is what? True. And P and Q is what your again true. But P or not Q implies P and Q, that is also true. So like this, you can found this truth table of compound propositions. If your P is false, true. If your Q is false, your not Q what? True. True. And P or not Q, P or not Q, that is again true. And P and Q, that is false. So like this, you can make a truth table for this compound propositions. Write on this truth table. हे सगळे सिंबल लक्षात ठेवा आता. or, and, implies, not Q. राज लिहितोय का? राज राऊत, श्रावणी मॅडम, सुजित, सुमित तीन आहेत आपल्याकडे.
सर येस सर येते.
एकबटे, कोलेकर आणि पाटील. वैभव त्रिभुवन लिहिता ना बाळांनो?
झालं सर.
हो सर झालं.
आता ह्या लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर आपल्याला द्यायचे प्रेसिडेन्स, व्हॅल्यू असाइन करायचे, पुढे काय बघा जातात. सर झालं का?
ऑलमोस्ट.
ऑलमोस्ट गुड. जय मॅडम,
येस सर.
झालं का?
हो सर झालं.
Next, precedence of logical operators. So we can use parentheses to specify the order in which logical operators in a compound proposition are to be applied. So suppose to reduce the number of parentheses, the precedence order is defined for logical operators. So in general, the second row are required if compound proposition involves n propositional variables in order to get the combination of all truth values. So we can assign this operator is what and precedence is what. If your operator is not, then we can use value assign is 1 and is 2 or is 3, implies is 4 and bidirectional is what your 5. So for example, not P and Q equal to not P and Q. You can write like this, or P not Q काही पुढे
और
or. So P and Q or P or. So Q not Q and R equal to what? P or Q and R. So हम लोग क्या करें, यहाँ पे प्रेसिडेंट लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर में असाइन करना है 1 2 3 4 5. इसके एग्जांपल देखते हैं हम लोग. पहले ये लिख लो इतना, क्योंकि नॉट अगर है तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे 1 असाइन करेंगे, एंड के लिए 2, और के लिए 3, इम्प्लाइज के लिए 4, और बाय डायरेक्शन के लिए 5. कंडीशनल बाय कंडीशनल.
सर ये साइड में जो एग्जांपल्स दिए वो सही है क्या?
नहीं, यहाँ पे एक प्रॉब्लम है. मैं दूसरा प्रॉब्लम लेता हूँ मेरे को.
ओके सर.
यहाँ पे एक वैल्यू आप निकल गई है बाहर. दूसरा एग्जांपल लेता हूँ. हो गया?
हाँ
Yes.
सर.
बरोबर लिहिली. हे एक्झाम्पल नका लिहू तुम्ही इकडचं, डायरेक्ट प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये उत्तर.
झालं सर.
बरं. Now, the logic and bit operators. So here, computer represents the information using bits. A bit is symbol with two possible values, that is 0 and 1. So by convention, 1 represents true, that is P, and 0 represents false, that is capital F. And a variable is called your Boolean variables. And if it is true, if its value is either true or false. So bit operation is replaced true by 1 and false by 0 in your logical operation. So table for the bit operation OR and XOR. This is your OR and XOR. So if suppose your value of X and Y 0 0, it means what? Your false false. So X or Y is also false. X Y is also false. X or Y is also false. So instead of false, we can write 0. So again, your value of X is 0, Y is 1. That is, it means what? Your false and true. So X or Y is what? Your true. So X and Y is false. X or Y is also again true. Okay. So instead of true, capital T, we can write here 1, and instead of false F, we can write 0. So by using these bits operation, that is 0 and 1. So two symbols for 0 and 1. So I know this logic and bit operation. मुलांना भूक लागली वाटतं, पळायला लागले. अजून वेळ लेक्चर सोडायला. आधी लेफ्ट. Clear? Simple, your bit is symbol with two possible values, that is 0 and 1. So 1 represents true, 0 represents false for Boolean variable. If it is true, if its value is either true or either false. So replace 2 by 1 and 0 by false by 0. So like this. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next. 7. झालं ना मागचं?
हो सर झालं.
Okay, a bit string is a sequence of 0 or more bits. The length of this string is the number of bits in the string. For example, suppose bitwise or bitwise and bitwise XOR of the bit string 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 and 1 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 0. Okay, so here we can write 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 0 and write here 1 1 0 triple 0 1 1 1 0 1. Okay, अब यहाँ पे हेक्साडेसिमल ये वैल्यू क्या होगी फिर आपकी, इसको बोल सकता है? अब देखो 0 1 क्या आता है हमारा 1 बिटवाइज और एंड में आएगा 0 और XOR में आता है 1. सो ऐसे आपको एडिशन करनी है 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 बिटवाइज और बिटवाइज एंड बिटवाइज XOR. तो सारे ट्रूथ टेबल आपको और एंड XOR के ट्रूथ टेबल को याद होना चाहिए, तो ही ये पॉसिबल है. ओके, रन ऑन. Clear, friends?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, आगे बहुत है अभी. ओके, चलो हम लोग रुकते हैं आज यहीं पे, बाकी कल देखते हैं. ओके, चलो बाय.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
ओके, बाय बाय.